Both of Covington's ladder trucks were in the shop most of yesterday, and firefighters had to depend on other cities for help. The trucks are important to fight major fires and rescue people on the higher floors of buildings. One is back in service, but as Local 12's Joe Webb reports live for us, there are concerns the aging fleet will leave the department relying on help from other cities more often. Joe.
Well, Rob, Covington is hardly New York, but it does have its share of tall buildings. And last night, Covington firefighters responded to a call of smoke in the ascent. They didn't have a ladder truck to send, so they had to depend on Newport to send its truck. There was no emergency here. No one was hurt. But the situation raises some questions, and firefighters are concerned.
Ladder trucks aren't critical every day, but when they are needed, they are really needed. Covington's 20-year-old Truck 1 is a workhorse, making about 100 runs every month. Yesterday, it was the city of Covington's only working ladder truck because the other one was out for maintenance. Then, Truck 1 died yesterday afternoon, leaving Covington without a working ladder truck.
If you are above the third story in Covington when both these trucks are off track, or if we only have one and it's on another run, we can't reach you.
It's a scary thought if you live or work in one of Covington's taller buildings. Cassie Juniette and Chris Hilly work on the 9th floor of Covington's River Center.
I think they should have more trucks available for a ladder to be able to reach up that high to get us in case of an emergency.
I think that they always need to have a backup plan or have a second truck in case something like that ever does happen.
City leaders say there is a backup plan, and it worked last night when Covington crews were called to the ascent. Newport dispatched its Truck 911 to Covington. It's called mutual aid.
It's not unusual at all when we have a structure fire to get ladder trucks from Fort Mitchell, Ludlow, Newport, including their ambulances and pumpers. Everybody pitches in when it's needed.
Mutual aid is normally for the bigger events or when resources are strained, not usually to cover breakdowns. Jimmy Adams says he's concerned the future will hold more and more breakdowns in Covington.
We have, in 4 years, 7 of the 11 fire trucks owned in this city will be 20 years of age with no real plan to replace anything.
Now, Truck 1, that ladder truck that we showed you in the story, was repaired and put back into service this morning. The call at the ascent last night was quickly cleared up, and the Newport ladder truck was not really needed. Obviously not a big deal, but it did raise some serious questions. Rob?
Yeah, to get my attention, it's still 20 years old and it makes 100 runs a month. So, I mean, they do get worn out, don't they, Joe?
They do, and the other truck is 10 years old. It's getting some heavy-duty maintenance, a pretty decent refurbishment right now, and so it should be back online shortly. So they will have the 2 trucks. But yeah, you get a 20-year-old truck and it's making that many runs. It's a lot of wear and tear.
Joe Webb, thanks very much. Covington firefighters say a new ladder truck would cost about $1 million. They're currently working to get an $800,000 federal grant for a new truck. The city manager says if they can get that grant, the city will find the rest of the money to buy it.